Okay, you guys, so I'm going to show you a couple ways that I like to tie my scarf around my neck. As you can see, this is one of my favorite ones because it's really soft, but it is pretty large, just a regular square. What I like to do is fold it into a triangle as such. And then starting from this end, I'll start rolling it. So then it looks like this. Just long and skinny. This is usually how I do it. There's other ways you can fold it up, but this is how I like to. So there's a few ways you can do this. You can put it around from the back. So I've got it in my right hand, and I'm just going to bring it over and then take the other side in my right hand and bring it up and around, kind of like almost if you're tying a tie. Okay, tighten it to what you're comfortable with. Now, the end that's on the top, that's kind of folded over, you are going to bring that under and through, and then tighten. So you have a nice, even tie. Now, another way you can do this is I like to sometimes bring it towards the end and wrap it around one more time to make it shorter. And then I'll just do the same thing. Bring it up, under the underside, goes around and through, tighten it, and then the part that's folded over, same thing, and tighten. And then to whichever side you want. So that's another way that you can do it. You can kind of play around, have it on the knot on the top, in the middle, or on the bottom, whichever you prefer. And then lastly, there's a new way that I've been tying this, which I actually really like. So I still have this a long way, and what I do is I fold it in half. So then you're here, okay? And I like to keep my fingers through this little notch. What I do is put it around through the back, and this side with the little ends, put it through that notch where you just fold it in half. Okay, now you're going to take one side of this and keep it on the outside, so you're not going to pull it through, so it looks like this. Okay, and then you tie. Same way as you did the other times, and tighten. Just like that. There you go. So there's one other way that I actually tie this. I only use this whenever I'm wearing collared shirts or dresses, which isn't very often because I like to wear my sweater and my cardigan most of the time when I do trips, and as you can see, there's no collar. But if I am wearing a collar, what I'll do is I'll still have it folded, triangle, and then roll it up to where it's still skinny. And then I won't tighten it around my neck. I'm actually going to tie it more towards the bottom. I've seen flight attendants, they'll actually use a pin, like whatever you have, and just pin it as so and leave it. I don't usually do that. I haven't done that at all actually, but I've seen it done. But basically it's kind of the same thing as the other ways that I tie it. I still bring it over and around. I just leave it more towards the bottom. And you can leave it right here. I think this looks a little silly. So what I'll do is I'll just move it like this to where it's on the side. And then sometimes I'll fluff the rest of it just to give it some volume, or I like to leave it as is, whichever. But then you've got this, and this looks really nice with a collared shirt or dress. I've seen flight attendants have it under the collar or under the shirt, or where the collar is still sitting here. I like to put this inside the collar to where you can see the collar over here and this part's hidden. It's really up to you what your style is. I hope you guys like this tutorial. Stay tuned for another with skinnier scarves where it's a little bit harder to fold and there's not as much options with how to tie that. I have a couple of ways. So you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon.